Steven Mbuvi, and I'm married to this beautiful angel right here. She can say her name.
My name is Salome, Mbuvi, and I'm married to Steven Mbuvi. He's my soulmate, my hubby, and he's very handsome, as you can see.
Okay, so what I do is that I am in the digital world. I started a studio photography, and the name is Salome, so I'm the CEO of the Salome Studios. And it entails also the audio production and video production, because I'm also an artist. I'm also, I do a lot of things. Yeah, that's me.
As for me, I do asset finance specialist. Married for 7 years, quite an amazing journey. We thank God all the way.
Yeah. We've been together all our life. Like, we've been born and raised in the same place. Went to the same Sunday school. Actually, we went to the same nursery school,
yes.
NYS.
Yes, NYS.
Nursery school. After that, we went to the same primary school. Yes. NYS primary school in Gilgil. So whatever will separate ilikuanga high school, because always enda shule ya wasichana na wasichana shule ya boys. So I went to the High, and she will tell you ile shule alienda. And then after that, Campo tulienda pia different, because I went to study in Coast, doing journalism and mass communication. I also did School of Ministry, the certificate and diploma, because I'm a man of God, I'm a man of faith. My whole life is about faith, it's about Jesus. Yes. I can never like go away from that. Yeah. So
kila hajawambia, our parents work together till date. So they are the same rank hadi wa leo. And wametrace pamoja NYS. That's where we've schooled together, as he has said, and till now. The first time we reconnected was in church, JCC Buxton. I was going there to visit him, since I went there to visit my aunt too. I had to take him out of church to go to the beach, Nyali Beach. At least we have our own moment. When we went to Nyali, that's when now we talked about our things, talked about ourselves.
That's the first time we kissed.
That's the first time we kissed,
actually. First kiss was.
That's the first kiss, that's the first swim together. So everything happened at Nyali Beach that time, 2012, December 12th.
Yeah, and that's why we always celebrate our anniversaries.
On
12,
2012.
and the year when Iko. So tulianza 12. So that's our big day.
Our big day.
Yeah.
And that's the time still I said I do to him.
Yeah, that's when I proposed.
Yes.
Of course.
At the beach, Nyali.
Yeah. Nilimpropozia na, what do we call hizi vitu tunachopiwa huko?
Crips za mhogo.
Za mhogo. Ni propose na hizo. Very important.
Hata hakuwa na ring, so not that. Ilikuwa tu a roro proposition, but still I accepted, because at the end of it all, having known him from all that time, and the background tuko nayo, how much he used to love me back in high school, yes, I had to say yes to him. We've
been having each other's number all our lives, so just that uta call, this is a texter. She can write anaweza andika kitabu text message, but of course tulikuwa tunatumia a lot of calls by the way.
Yep.
Because without communication hakuna relationship can survive anywhere in this world. Communication is everything. Make sure you keep in touch with that person each and every time. Communicate to them before you sleep, when you wake up. Hata ukifanya tu kitu kidogo, just make sure you communicate. It means a lot to the other person when you do communicate.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And as for him, nilikuwa na text mingi ana reply na sentences mbili. So ladies out there, hata mkitext mingi msijali. It happens. I used to pour out my heart to him, because that's the best way I know how to explain myself, through text. And even hadi wa leo anajua, that's how I do my things, through text
but
messages.
You didn't have to explain yourself, because I already know you. When we made this like a commitment, because let me put it like that, because we've been together for all our lives. So when we started this thing like seriously, we had now to lay down some rules, and kamuuliza if she's ready to be committed, because I have a lot of things to do in this life. So by the time nifanya hizi vitu na bado tunasumbua na relationships, I'll be late somehow. So because when you are settled in a relationship, you are able now to focus on a lot of things. So it was in 2018. Actually, let me say it was 2017 December when I called her nikamwambia, now that you're at home, you're not doing anything, kuja tafute kazi wapi? Eldoret. Mimi nikifanya kazi hapa na unafanya kazi hapa. And actually she did. So wakati alikam tukakaa naye. Actually she lied to her parents that amekuja LD kufanya kazi.
didn't.
Na hakuwa na kazi. Alikuja tukae home.
No.
Na aka lie also that anakaa kwake. Actually alikuwa amehide sana, but nikamwambia hiyo lie itakuja catch up with her. Nikamwambia
Nilidanganya bado nilikuwa nafanya kazi and I was being paid. So
yeah, and she wasn't even getting paid.
At some point my mom used to ask me, "Hey, na zile pesa si utume za maziwa hapa pale na kule?" Or my sisters will ask. So it was quite a struggle because by then he was the only one supporting us, the both of us, and I wasn't working, but back at home everybody knew I was working.
Like mama yake alimwambia, now you have to bring that guy here. Like tufanye vitu officially. That was last year August. So nilikuwa na time kidogo sana, nilikuwa na August, September, October, November, because alisema December isifike kama hujamleta. So I had 4 months. So hizo 4 months tukatafuta vile tulikuwa tunaambiwa tufanye. And that's how tulienda kwa like officially tukareconnectiwa in her own hizo, let me say traditional connection, because she's a Kikuyu, kuna vitu bob sana huko. And yeah, that's how we did it. And now here we are. So
for the reconnection ya nyumbani, it was very funny. My mom was very happy to see him because he has not been seeing him for quite a while since the time to depart Akienda School of Ministry.
Yeah.
So when he showed up to our home, it was a different person altogether. Kitambo kwa navaa specs, so alianza kuvaa specs time alikuwa high school.
Important.
That's something my parents didn't know. And at some point alianza kumesha nywele, my mama kwa amemwacha hivyo. Now when we went home, my mom was very happy about the whole idea. And as parents, you always feel good when your kid amechukuliwa vizuri, mostly a lady.
yeah.
So when we went and told our mom, this is what you're planning to do, alikuwa so happy and she supported us all through.
Yeah.
We're actually doing a white wedding this year, most likely on December.
On December.
So long distance communication do work and relationships do work.
Yeah.
For us, it worked for us. Despite the distance,
a true
we kept
relationship,
communication.
a true relationship, it doesn't matter kama ni long or short distance. If you're committed and you know who you love, because you're a human being, you have your senses and your maturity pia. If you know you love somebody, hata kama anaishi Lodwar, that's the person you wait for, because love waits. True. Yeah. So challenges zimekuwa, na challenges mingi zinaletwa ni kwa sababu ya the professional work that I do. Photography, and you know, photography field is mostly ladies. We're dealing with ladies. And of course, if you love somebody na uone somebody na somebody, ita create story na itakaa poa. So most of the time nimejipata kwa shida kwa sababu calls zinaingia mpaka usiku. Zinaingia from all sorts of ladies, younger ladies than me, older ladies. Mpaka saa zingine naona tu zinamuudhi, like sometimes ni job. So actually hiyo si exemption ya kusema ati anakosa kunitrust. This trust is ni kitu huwezi condone kwa relationship. But challenges ni kama hizo.
And I guess to me, it's not the younger ladies who are an issue, the big old ladies who are already married and some of them are single. That's where the issue comes in, because some of them might take advantage because he's young, he's newly married, he's doing his own thing. So most of them will come with the wrong intentions. As first, they'll come for the professional thing. They'll come to take a picture or to take some videos. But with time, the constant communication will raise a question on my end. But at the end of it all, the bottom line is that I trust him. I'm committed with him. So it don't matter what happens around. It's him that I'm concerned about. That was our biggest challenge, his profession. Also noting that even my profession, I get involved with a lot of men. And sometimes even we work late hours. And sometimes I come home even at 7, at 8. So and we
kuna siku alikam home usiku saa 6, unakumbuka?
Yes, I did. I did.
Nilitoka kufungua gate. Ile uchungu nilikuwa nayo.
It wasn't my fault. We had a function at work, and sometimes you'll have to go because this is where you're working. You have your committee, you have your teamwork, you have to be together. So I came home at saa 6 usiku, and it was I felt guilty even when I was at work. I felt guilty. But even Mimi, his profession is into ladies sana. My profession, I'll get involved with men. So it's about understanding each other. Apart from just being a challenge, we understand each other's work.
Yeah.
I communicate with him more. I tell him this time I'll be at this place. This day I'll be slightly late at home.
There are times that men wanna go overboard, and unapata unamcall like simu yake inalia saa 5 usiku, like unataka kuongea nini hiyo na si kazi.
True.
Sometimes unaingia kwa WhatsApp napata some women, nakumbuka nikitumiwa picha za bedroom. Mama ya mtu anapiga kitanda yake picha akiwa ametandika vizuri, amemwaga maua hapo juu.
What is that trying to say?
What is
she
trying to say?
Yeah.
And I don't hide anything by the way from my wife.
True.
Phone yangu inanga lock, na yake ina lock. Actually we use the same phones because zote ni kama 11. Tukibuy tunabuy the same phones. And atufeature like anything from anybody because even we share the same bank account. It's one, we share the same bank account. The only thing atushare ni WhatsApp because hiyo ni app lazima iko kwa phone ya kila mtu. But hata social media, all the pages, YouTube channels, zote ni we share everything. So if you send anything that itakuja ku bring something, ataona tu. Of course ataona. Unaona.
So what's interesting about him that is unlike all the other men that I've encountered, I've met with time, he's very creative. Very creative. This place was designed by him. Our home is designed by him. Most of the things at home zina positioniwa na yeye. So I don't think it's with other men. So he's very creative on my end. The other thing, he's very understanding. Despite my nature of work, most of the men won't allow their ladies to work the way I do, being exposed to such environments. But for him, he understands me. He supports me in everything I want to do. Even leo nikimwambia I want to go out of that work and I want to do another work, he'll support me because at the end of it all, he's there to me and for me. The other thing that I love about him is that his relationship with God. That is something different. Number one. That's the main thing. She comes
number two. She comes number two. After God, then her.
His personal relationship with God is amazing. He got that impartation from School of Ministry. When we reconnected back in 2012, I was saved, but not so much into Christ. But him being with God all through, because in his School of Ministry, they used to go for keshas, they used to go for outreach, alini challenge sana. So me being with him, it makes us more stronger. Inafanya inakuwa interesting on my part because he knows Christ. We pray every day, every single day. We hold our hands together and we pray. Not only for our relationship, but for everything we purpose on doing. So his personal relationship with God is one. His creative mind is another one. And his support and understanding towards me is something that no one can trade it. I can't even trade it for anything else.
What I like about her, the first thing, she's smart. Actually, grades za shule alinitupa nambali.
What do I say?
Ni kitu naheshimu about her.
Beauty with brains, huh?
Of course. Say that again.
Beauty with brains.
True that. So yeah, she's smart. That's one. Another thing, she's submissive with akili. Unajua kuna wale wanawake wana submit lakini hutumia akili. You have to support your salvation na maturity na upstairs ukue poa. Usiko tu vikimalamala. Another thing, this lady and support in everything that I do. Unaona? So si kila saa nimekuwa financially poor na si yeye kila saa amekuwa financially poor, but tumekuwa tukisaidiana. Another thing, my woman hana hizi groups za women. You know kuna hizi groups wanawake wako huko nje kuharibiana. Actually she doesn't have female friends. That's what I like about her. Usi mtu mshene. Actually ukimletea mshene atakuzima. Niliona last week aliblock wasichana wawili, yani she doesn't like vitu kama gossip.
True.
Alafu kitu kingine, she knows me. I really do not like ladies from school. Mimi wasichana wadogo wanananga wakiwa maslahi queen, me they can't move me actually. Your level of maturity na ni boingi sana. So me actually if it was not for her, right now ningekuwa na date kuuga mimi, acha nikwambia. I just love women wenye anaenda mahali because when a woman appears na brains anakuanga msee, anakuinvite sana. So she's so mature, she's so inviting, and she's so like ni outgoing wakati she's a hardworking lady. This is a very hardworking woman. Ile kazi ametafuta amepata. Actually siwezi lala njaa this woman akiwa. That's what I love about her.
Thank you. There's a time last year, right?
Samela 2016.
2016. So that was the time he decided to go on his own to search his own mind, to search his own things.
Kutoka home yani.
Kutoka home ile officially go do your own things. Aside tumesema alikuwa 2012 ashatoka ameenda School of Ministry. So this is the time he wanted now to break out of home completely. he decided to go to Mombasa again.
Yeah.
This time round, he had, I think, 10,000 shillings only.
I had 10.
10,000 shillings. Kwenda cost, it's 1,000 and I think 500. Alienda Mombasa. Na anafurahia that time, anakuja kiniambia when he's very happy, I'm going to Mombasa and things will work out for good. You know that faith ya watu spiritual, eh? I'm going to Mombasa, God is going to do great things. He's going to... Saizo ameenda, hana food. The other thing, hatujui analala wapi. Ako na 10k, so tuseme 2k ishaenda yote ya fare.
Yaani kwa time hiyo do iliisha, I think it was somewhere kitu match hapo. Hiyo do iliisha, na nilikuwa down. Yani I used to ask money from her and ile pocket money alikuwa anatumia na baba yake ya shule ndo alikuwa anisupplyia. Back when we had nothing, yani this lady, when I had zero completely, she used to send money to me and so time yani hata alikosa kabisa. I slept hungry sasa hiyo siku, but because of who she was and who God is, tulitoka huko. But I remember that time ikuwa easy for me. Actually, it was so hard for me, but because I had somebody like her, nile manage kupita hapo. There's a time alienda kufanya kazi kama maid.
Yeah.
I never forget. I never forget. She went to be a maid to somebody's house so that alipwe hiyo pesa anitumie.
It was that bad. But at the end of it all, we still kept each other. We still kept connecting. Despite all that we were passing through, because financially we were not okay. Yeah. My pocket money was what was sustaining him and me too, because I can't ask money twice. So it's just once, and my father used to send 1,000 a week. So I used to know this 1,800 for him because it's a bit far. Mimi ndo niko karibu, I can go home and eat kidogo and come back. But ilifanya tukajuana sana na tukapendana sana, because you really know your person, your partner, when you're in the least moment. Yeah. Not in the time that you're all glowing, you're all going to Javas and KFC. The moment you're happy or your wife has nothing, that's the time you know the kind of partner you have. Yeah. If that partner will support you, that's the person you should stay with. If you're a man and your wife is not supporting you when you're in the least moment, kindly move away. Yeah? But if you're a lady, kindly support that man, because you're not supporting him for now. God changes men so quickly. Being the leaders, God has a vision for men. It may not look so clear right now, but with time it will. So it was very bad. It was very, very bad. Kwanza the time he slept hungry, I nearly cried. Because I didn't have any other place to borrow money from.
Unasema ulilia mimi nilala njaa.
Alala njaa.
Mimi nilifanya hiyo kitendo ya kulala.
There's a time alikula ugali na mandizi. Just try to imagine hiyo combination inatoka wapi.
Siuache kuchoma tu yani. Sema tu nilala njaa.
It was that moment, And
but it was hard.
It was hard. And mind you, me when he went to Coast, alienda mahali, he was paying it. You paid 4,500?
Yeah.
Na ile 10,000, so tumetoa 2,000, tumetoa 4,500, tumebakisha around 4,000, right? 4,000 hapo. Hiyo imkalishe the first month, the second month he had nothing. God provided 12,000 out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. So those people who are facing hard times in marriage, remember God provides. Yeah. Just stick there. Just stick there. He does with time. Yeah, never give up on marriage, never give up on God.
It's not wise ati kitu kidogo kufanyia kwa marriage una leave. That's being foolish and being immature, because this is a different person. She's not my sister, I'm not her brother. So upbringing yake ni different na yangu. But now kuka kama unataka ku stay na mtu like muanze life mkae chini na yeye msettle. I have to understand her with her flaws. Sure. She has to the same to me, and that's how people move forward. Okay, we are together first of all because of God, because we do pray every day. Marriage is not a joke. If you want to involve God in it, it will die like a natural death. So what we do every day before we sleep, we have to hold hands and pray. Every Sunday we have to take the Lord's Supper, because it's very important kukumbuka those events that took place during that time, remembering the death of Christ. We have to every Sunday YPT. So we've hidden our marriage under Christ. We don't control it. So when people ask us how we do it, we just say it's God, because we really don't do anything. Mimi si Superman ati nazakaa na mtu for hiyo time yote, na yeye pia si super lady. We're just normal people, but what we've done, just humble before God. And God showed himself up to us, and he can do it for you too.
The other thing is our commitment to each other. From 2012, when I decided and he decided that we be together, we decided this is our thing. So every single day we work towards that. We work towards our commitment to each other. No matter what we face throughout the day, at the end of it all, I know I'm committed to be with him. So I'll make everything work for us, for our good. Also, we are friends. We are best friends since way back in
life.
In life, since we met, since we were born. So that our history back together inafanya tukae pamoja. Because there's a lot we share every single day. We share about our friends wa kitambo. We share about what we used to do kitambo, how we used to joke, how we used to go to mama, kamama na cha baba. Yeah, alikuwa cha baba, it was cha mama. Tunapika hapo, tukidansia chai back in Gilgil Hills. We were on the same line. So there's more to us. That commitment, our relationship with God, and how far we've been with each other from way back.
And communication.
Communication is
which is everything. If you love somebody, don't ever let a day pass na hujaongea naye. Yeah. Ukisend text akatae ku reply call. Yeah, fight for your marriage. Sky hapo hivi kimaembe. Yeah. Because if you don't call her, somebody else will call.
True.
If she doesn't call you, somebody else will call. So communicate. It's important. Yeah. Salma, you know I love you, right?
I do.
You know I do love you. And nothing, I mean nothing can ever make me change that decision. Marrying you is what I made as a decision, and so far it's the best decision after making a decision of knowing Christ. Hutaikuja mbele ya Christ in my life.
I know.
You know that, right? And I should be the same to you too also.
Sure.
So just know I love you. I'll never ever watu wanatuandikianga Facebook mtaachana tu. It's a lie.
So Steve, I call you Kabibi a lot of times. So he's my Kabibi. I love you so much.
True.
Thank you for being there for me. You're an amazing husband. You're very loving and understanding. You stood by me through thick and thin. To be the woman I am, it's because of you.
Yeah.
So I love you so much. And I'll always take care of you. Person, so
hiyo ilikuwa tricky man. Ilikuwa tricky bana. Marriage is not for kids. Marriage ni wakati mama kusettle. You settle with that person, and the biggest part about marriage is God. You should never get into a relationship minus God, because it will not work. And if it will work, it will not be as good as God intends it to be, because this is an institution made by God, from God, through God, for it to work.
Marriage works despite the challenges. Be committed to each other from the word go. When you decide to say I do, be committed to it the whole time till you die. because that's actually what you do. That's your vow. You stay with that person till you die. Get people who will mentor you. For us, we've been mentored with Reverend Kathy and Alan Kuna, where we go to fellowship every single Sunday
That's
at
our
JCC Parklands. And Wilfred Lai and the wife Rita Lai. And not forgetting Bahati and the wife Diana, you're just amazing. You are the guys who made us to stick to our marriages till date. So get mentors who will be able to shape your marriage all through. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Enjoy it every day of your lives. Get to know new things about your hubby every single day. There is something atafanya utajua. There's something at a change you know. This is a process. As you keep on changing through the high and the downs, stick together. And
don't let people shut you down. If you believe in marriage, continue preaching it, because we do preach it online. Actually, we do it as ministry.
To us is a ministry.
Love to us is ministry. We are doing it for other people also. We are helping other people to like bring it on their own.
Yes.
Wale wanaona kama waezi, you have our shoulders. We are here to help you. And those people who criticize people who are married, please stop being bitter about life and get your own person. When you get somebody, you realize that what you are saying is not working. Actually, it works, and it comes with a lot of blessing. And just believe in marriage and be positive about it.